Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you, and today we're going to be taking a peek at a J.A. Henckels Stockman. Oh, I got a unboxing at the end of the videos, so you'll see a model number on here. But there's your tank stamp, and a lot of people call this the Twins. There's my shield, and I think it's my opinion that this shield has come out and got re-glued, because all the other J.A. Henckels knives I've seen, the shield is pointing up. This is, so it's rotated 90 degrees, and that's how it is. And they call it the Twins, and I don't know the history on that. I got a smoking deal on this. I paid $60 or $65 delivered, and it's a, I guess you might call it an advertising. We got millwright maintenance CC, so that's not something you normally see on here. From what I understand, we're going to have 420 stainless steel, so this is going to be a lot like a case, true sharp, and they're manufactured under contract by Boker out of Solingen, Germany. So I am loving Stockmans. The more and more I get some, the more I love them, and I love them about this size. So I'm going to be comparing it to some of my favorites, which is the Case 47 pattern. But before we do, let's go ahead and take a look at the bone. I do believe they're calling this green bone. It's actually pretty dark. It's a very dark green. And also from understanding, we see this a lot on Boker and J.A. Henckels knives. It's a rope jigging. So you might hear me say that again. Well, not maybe in this video, hopefully. Very satisfied with the fit and finish overall. I needed to do a little cleanup. You can see like a patina there. And I use 8000 grit polishing paper to do that. Let's go here, the action. Okay, great, not stupendous, but this spring is what we would call active. I think I mentioned just a tiny bit of stepping, you can see there, and we'll compare that again to the Case. This is a much better, let's go ahead and get that Case out, much better representation of how to get to so take a peek at this nail nick here. It's kind of hidden, and I'll admit, sometimes it's hard to get a full pull on that. You got to get in there and go like so. So we'll compare these blades, and this is the Case olive green Tractor Supply Store 6347 or Stockman, with a die job by Rusty. So you can go back, see if you can find the die job. I did fail at dyeing it one time, and kind of got successful here. So we got a full access to that. It's much easier. The spring, as you can see, this spring is comparable to the Case. And so we'll get these out, see how, I think the Case has a longer cutting edge if we try to line them up that way. Well, they both kind of do the same. We got 2 springs on this one and 3 on this one. I love having 3. You avoid some blade rub. And it looks like they do the same thing, kind of take the blade stock and they shave off this side, which will help make it, you know, fit. We'll see if we can see that. You can kind of see. So that's a little trick they do. So when this blade comes down, they can hug it over. And actually, I don't see any blade rub or the blades aren't touching on this. We'll flip over to the spay blade, and I can tell you the spring on this is feeling dead. That doesn't, we'll show you what I'd like about an active spring. We'll grab this, we come around, and So that's how a spring should work. And on the Bolster, it's not working. So take a peek at that. The case, I like the nail nick on the case better. I actually like the blade shape on this case knife a little bit better. And I don't know, this Bolster, I don't know if someone used it. It's not very sharp. On this one, maybe I have hit it with a hone. I've never sharpened this one. And case has a reputation for not coming that sharp. But if you use them and just hit them on a ceramic rod or a strop, they will sharpen up pretty well. I'm having one heck of a time. I had to cut my nails short. I got them broke. And you guys know that little break where this half of your nail kind of goes. So I'm trying to grow my nails back. So, all right, we'll go back into that clip point. We didn't have it out before. Try to compare overall size, very comparable. One thing I love about the case is the way it cants down. How we doing here? We do have a slight bit of stepping. And over here we have slightly more. So we already covered that. Well, let's compare the blades. So maybe this J.A. Henckels, which I kind of consider a Bolster. Sometimes, like a lot of my Winchesters, I kind of consider them a queen. My Remingtons or Camillus. This to me is a Bolster. And lastly, but not leastly, we'll compare them for kind of the size and the shape. We got 3 pins. That's how we're looking there. As I mentioned before, you can see how the Sheepsfoot blade, the middle blade has it's a higher blade. This is one of my worst case Stockmans. A lot of them aren't that hard to get to. This one's still okay. If I had a longer nail, I could get to it. See, I have to rotate to that part, which I can feel is cracking already. So, case did really good job. This blade's not rubbing, and this one may be towards. Yeah, I think I have a little bit right here. You can see by my thumb. So, and that might mean I have a little more. Not showing up. So, and this one would be a 2022, I want to say. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is 2021. And if you guys know how to date these, let me know. A lot of people discuss the shields, perhaps. They did, silver shields, red shields, black shields, and even a bronzish colored shield on Bolster and henceforth J.A. Henckels knives, which is also Zwilling. And Zwilling, these guys don't make pocket knives anymore. They once did. They were a world-renowned. But they do make some of the finest kitchen cutlery. However, they have their pocket knives made by Bolster. So we already kind of talked about that. I'm going to punch out now. We got an unboxing at the end. I'm very happy with this. These normally are $100 plus. You can maybe find $120. I think I paid half price because of this, and I might try to get off that blade edge. We will see. It's not ground in. It's not engraved like my Cripple Creek knives. And it's not really on there like frosted or anything. I think it'll come off with some work, but I also hate to get it started and then just have it looking very, very faded. So, all right, guys, trying to sign off. Well, I'm going to do it now. Oh, stick around for the unboxing. And we're taking a peek at the box that this thing came in. And I bought it in March for $66. It's a Zwilling J.A. Henckels and HK-003-GB, which I'm pretty sure stands for green bone. Okay guys, thanks for joining me.